everybody, welcome back to the Big Rip Classic 2021 edition here in Mississippi. It is presented by Discraft and Grip Eq. We thank them very much for their sponsorships, and I am here with Alex Cease once again.
Good to be back for this final round coverage.
Yeah, this is a really good one. Cam kind of started to pull away here, as you can see. Got a 4-stroke lead over Josh Patin. JC, Silas kind of right on their tails, and then good little group of people on the chase card and a little further back. Yeah, this has been a great tournament.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how they finish. I mean, Cam seems like he has the early lead, but I guess you never know.
Yeah, and as you see here, if you watch the first 2 rounds, this is the same course as round 1. So this is Eagles Landing. It starts off with this par 3, 310 feet, just a slow turnover if you're going to take the backhand approach, but most players are probably going to take the forehand as it sets up pretty well for that.
Right. Got Cam first up on the tee going with the forehand approach.
Yeah, that's pretty identical to round 1 there.
Yeah, seems pretty comfortable with that shot. See if Joshua here can follow him up. He follows him up.
Yeah, and we are very accustomed to Josh's forehand.
Yeah. Here's JC going with the forehand as well. Gets a little unlucky there. I mean, hitting the one tree in the fairway, but...
Yeah, the basket is perfectly behind that.
Yeah.
That might have had a run at it.
Good shot there.
Yeah, nicely done there from Silas. JC can have maybe circle's edge here to start it off.
Ooh. It's on target, just a little high. Love to see it to fall, but he'll be taking a 3. Joshua putting over, got a little foliage to deal with, but he drains it. Good way to start his final round here.
Yeah, for sure. And he obviously lit up round 1.
Yeah.
Got the course record, so 4 strokes is really not a whole lot to deal with on your comeback.
Cam knocks in his 2 as well. Just got Silas left. He knocks it down.
And that hole actually playing kind of in the middle of the pack. Surprisingly, figured it'd be closer to the top.
Yeah.
But moving on to hole number 2, 331 feet, par 3. These first few holes are all kind of similar as far as the fairway's got a nice groomed ground, and then the rough sides are very rough.
Right.
So you want to stay out of that. And this one, like we said in round 1, you can kind of burn something into this hill.
Looks like that's what Cam's going here with the backhand. Flips it up nice. And he is parked. I don't think he can get much closer than that.
That's beautiful.
Josh just trying to get something to turn over, but it looks like it's leaking left. He might be in a little trouble there. All right, spits out a little bit. He might have a long look, but that's going to be a tricky putt. Silas going up the gut as well. See if he gets a little...
Yeah.
All right, yep, that'll work. See him was going to fade maybe back to the left a little more, but I think he'll take that.
Yeah, kind of just
went straight.
Yeah, dead straight after the skip.
This one might be coming up a little short, especially with that gradual slope you see going up towards the basket. Just makes it feel a little bit further.
Yeah, and Patin didn't really have a whole lot to look at, but safely in for a 3.
JC not pleased with that effort, but difficult putt once again coming uphill a little further out, but maybe a
left
little
side,
left.
yeah.
Okay. He's not too pleased about that, but
no, being I think what was he 6 strokes back maybe?
I believe he was.
You gotta cash those in.
Yeah.
You can make your comeback. But
Yeah.
there you see Cam just extending that lead, going into hole number 3, and we will be right back. All
car wraps, signs, banners, magnets, and more. You can have it all at Signs First. Signs First of Hattiesburg and Laurel is all about quality and speed. With our equipment, what may take the other guys days can take us only hours. We now have a drive-in bay to make sure your vehicle wrap is done right without worrying about the weather. So to make sure your project is completed accurately, on time, and on budget, come see us at Signs First, located in the Westover Shopping Center in Hattiesburg or on 16th Avenue in Laurel.
All right, welcome back to hole number 3, 313 feet, the famous Patin ace hole. This one, dead straight, flip something up for the righties, let it hold straight, kind of get underneath this tree here that you can see we're ducking under, slide it to the basket. There's not much else to it. Yeah, as if that's easy.
Interesting enough, it's actually one of the harder holes on the course. It's playing 0.1 above par, so makes that ace a little even more special.
Jeez, and that's
nice shot there.
Textbook. If we hadn't seen the ace already, you'd think, that's about as good as you can do.
Alright, pressure's on to follow up that first round magic. He looks like he pulled a little to the right there. So
it is hard to follow that.
It really is. Looks like Silas is trying to flip something up, but it's leaking right too.
Yeah.
And I think that's some good ground action to get a little more forward, but he's still gonna have a pretty long look to get his 2. I'm liking this look by JC. Let's see if he gets through. Okay, I got stopped up on the red a little bit, but
solid though nonetheless.
Yeah.
And you can see here, this is probably why it plays as one of the harder holes. You miss the fairway and
you're in prison.
Yeah.
Oh,
it looks like you went one side to the other.
Yep. Is that Army golf? Left, right. Long bit from Silas, just a bit high. Very good look though.
Yeah, it was.
It's like JC's a little less obstructed here, even though he hits the bush on the follow through. But
we've had like 3 or 4 band hits.
Yeah, doink on the top. Holes. Not the most pleasant sound for disc golfers on the green, but they're pretty locked in right now. See if they can start falling. Ooh. Nice putt.
God, that was nice. That's a save too.
That's a good save.
What a fantastic 3.
He must have found some kind of opening there. It didn't really look like much on his last shot, so great putt. Cam is making it look easy.
2 in a row now. Only birdie on the card, moving the lead to 6. And that's got to be a rough feeling for the other guys.
Yeah.
Going into hole number 4, 321 feet. As you saw in round 1, you got to kind of just miss these 2 trees here in the middle. Kind of slowly fade something to the right. Once you get up to this little mound, it kind of levels off. So again though, you got to stay in the fairway. Off the sides is pretty rough.
Looks like Cam's going with a little turnover shot that is perfectly placed.
Yeah, that is very well executed.
Joshua electing to go with the forehand here. Keeping it low, playing the big skip. And that works out pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
See if Silas can follow them up with 2 already very well placed shots. Going with the turnover.
Man,
it's strange ground action, but he gets up there. I mean, good shot.
3 goodies.
JC looks like he hit an early tree on the right, but wow.
Just bounced straight back to the middle.
Sometimes your best rounds, you get a little luck too. So even with these pro guys.
Yeah, well, I said it bounced to the middle. It still ended up out there.
Still. Yeah, he's just gonna have to pitch up. But
yeah, not bad though. This is averaging 0.06 over par for the day. So
one of the more difficult holes.
Oh no.
Josh would like to have that back.
We have not seen that much this tournament from him.
A little frustrated, but see if we can get him back on the next hole.
Yep.
Good putt by Silas.
Yep. Good concentration.
Yep. Taking his time and making sure he's making it count. And Easy 2 for Cam once again.
Not hard to take your time when they're 5 feet. But yeah, so now 7-stroke lead over second place. Silas making a move right there with Josh. That'll take us to hole number 5, the hardest hole on the course. You can see here, I mean, that's a tight gap off the tee. It's tighter than it seems on video. And then this curve to get to the basket is very, very well guarded by all these trees. So to get something here for a 3 look is just very impressive.
See if these guys can get a 3 look. Starting out with Cam here, going with a hyzer drive up the middle and get some good ground action as well. Kind of ends up left, but hopefully there should be a gap there maybe for a forehand approach.
Yeah, and I think if you get that far up the fairway, you're fine with being just a little off the side.
Right. This one has a little more air behind it.
Steaming towards catch can
Yeah.
there.
Looks like it hit something and finished right, so we'll have to see what kind of jail he is in over there, but Josh will go with the hyzer, but he seemed to have pulled it a bit right as well. That might be a tough look.
Yeah, maybe not quite as far right as he was in round 1, but still over there.
Early tree for JC, but at least they're in the fairway there, and
Yeah, he won't complain with being right here in the middle.
he's going big ante on the forehand approach.
That should be edge of circle. Didn't really get the pan there, but that
No.
should be pretty close.
Good shot.
Nailed it. Come on, baby.
Josh was liking it. Let's see what happens.
Oh boy.
Wow. Yeah, I can see why he liked it. I mean, he knew it straight out of his hand.
You mean you nailed the tree? I was like, I don't hear anything. I nailed it.
Yeah. Usually we don't hear trees, you know, something went pretty well, so.
Yeah.
No.
Forehand roller for Silas. That's
Interesting play though.
interesting.
Yeah, I like the creativity.
Yeah.
Interesting little spot to go. There must not have been anything
No.
up top.
Flex. It's kind of an early tree, so Cam's gonna be. Yeah, he's just gonna have to pitch up to take his 4.
Yep.
Which, being the hardest hole in the course, I mean, you're not really losing too much of the field, so.
Right.
JC from a ways away.
Man, would have been a great 3.
Yeah,
Come up short on the drive and put it that close.
good effort. Oh, a little high out of Silas's hand. I mean, difficult back there, of course. With the, looks like we got some rain coming down now. Wow,
Yeah, it just unloaded.
monsoon season. Good putt.
Great putt. And that's a bird, right? That's his 3?
Yeah, that was a 3. Just that beautiful approach shot by Joshua.
Good stuff.
Good putt. Coming down in the monsoon. I mean, I guess you know how it is in the south in the summertime. Right? Any point,
Yeah.
it's gonna rain.
It could be 0% chance.
Yep. You hear thunder in the distance, and all of a sudden you got the umbrellas out. So
Yeah. Good umbrella putt there from JC.
and Joshua taking the only 3 on the hole, and everyone else settling for 4, which isn't the worst outcome for it being a tougher hole.
Yeah. Moving on to hole number 6. Unfortunately, is not this pretty at the moment. But yeah, dead straight alley here. Keep something as straight as possible. Some players will lay up to the spot we're at right now and then take a big hyzer around the right side. But if you've got the distance and the accuracy, as we saw in round 1, man,
Yeah.
a few of them got to this point and even further. So not the easiest hole.
No, we'll see how aggressive they get too with the rain. I mean, first
Right.
round with it being cleared, maybe they were trying to be pushing, but also okay, maybe it cleared up.
Well, what's funny is the card right in front of them was here, so we were kind of waiting on them to tee off, and it was just unloading on them. And then they step up, and it's this pretty.
That looks pretty ideal. Let's see if it pushes through.
Yeah,
Yeah. Another good shot by Cam. He's just pouring it on now.
he really is.
And I guess now with you might get some slippage factor at the tee pads being a little slick. So, I mean, even though Cam's turning it on, you never know what's going to happen.
True. Yeah, that's just one more thing to kind of think about as you're playing.
Right.
Footing. grip. So
Yeah.
this one he gripped on for sure.
Yeah, it finishes right. So we'll see if he has any chance of saving the bird, but it might be tough from back there. Joshua, he's just pitching out. He ended up real early left and playing smart golf. Not trying to get too aggressive. More of a placement shot and see if he can attack the green from back here.
Yeah, that is a
Wow.
That's a pretty
Wow.
dang good play, knowing that you've got that big hyzer right
Yeah.
there. He probably could have tried to flex something from the tree line, but
Hit the gap perfectly.
yep.
Hit the height perfectly. And he's looking for a 3. Silas following him up. Same approach. See if it fights through. It fought through.
Absolutely.
That's a fighter. You find those discs that fight for you, you keep them for sure. So he's keeping that one for a while.
He'll take that one home and give it a nice little
Mm-hmm.
warm bath.
Good bath.
Oh no.
Early tree hit from JC. He had some difficulty looking like in that brush. So okay, I'm laying up for an easy 3.
Yeah. That's
Laying up.
smartest play there.
Yeah.
So Josh looking here to save the par.
That's a great par save.
Yep.
Nicely played hole by Joshua just to recover from that really early left kind of errant drive and saves a par.
Oh.
Looks like it might be getting a little slippery out there now. I mean, rain's starting to drizzle back up again and it'd be a little tricky.
Yeah.
Putting's hard as it is. Get a little water in there and makes it even more fun. Good putt by JC.
Gosh, I hate playing in the rain.
Yeah. Not fun, but
Sometimes it's pretty incredible to watch some of the top players
Yeah.
do it. 'Cause
I'd be throwing it all over the place. I mean, I'd be throwing it 200 feet to the right, 100 feet in the air. These guys are still making it look easy.
yeah. Here we go. Hole 7, 398, par 3, big wide open fairway. So you're not gonna hit anything on the way to the basket, but you want to kind of land it, stick it right there on the top of the mound. Round 1, we saw a lot of players coming up fairly short, still giving themselves a good look, but yeah, obviously the closer you get to any pin, the better. But
Yeah.
here especially, since you got this mound.
Wow. This rain's really coming down now. Nice. Got a little left, uphill look. It's gonna be a little difficult just with that roll-away chance as well. I mean, maybe the rain making the ground a little stickier, but it's still that this just gets up and finds a way to roll. So we'll see how aggressive he is. Makes it to the backside of the hill. Wow.
That's a great shot even without the rain. So.
Yeah, that was a bomb. It looks like they're grabbing their disc, they're running up and ripping it. Pretty smart. I mean, I'd be doing the same thing. I had a look there for a second, didn't it?
It really did.
And he turned that one over just a bit.
Yeah, won't have any trouble on the, or shouldn't have any trouble on the upshot, I'll say.
Right. That's it.
He almost did there.
Almost did.
Fortunate enough for it to slack off a little here on the green.
Right. Long putt there from Cam uphill. And she sat. That's all you can really ask for in that situation, right?
She sat.
Some nervous putt here probably from Silas, but he drills it dead center.
Yeah, it was. That was in the
If
heart.
you miss that, you're going 50 feet downhill, and just saving your 3 even is difficult.
Right.
So that's just a great putt. Josh coming up short. Probably like that one back, but
Yeah, definitely would. You don't want to miss it, especially after Silas gave it a nice putt.
right. Maybe a little big putt, big putt moment.
Could
You
be.
never know.
Yeah.
Set. Little
Man,
nose up.
yeah, I don't know if if it got lifted, which it looked like it did get
It
lifted.
did. It did look like that.
That's unfortunate though. So he'll be taking the bogey. Silas taking the 2. So a big time birdie there. They're still on the climb to try to catch Cam, but moving to hole 8 might be tough. Most of them will probably have their birdie look. 292 feet, probably throw a big spike hyzer. We saw Matteo take the lower approach on round 1. Not a whole lot to worry about here. Distance control, just throw a lawn dart like you mentioned.
Yeah. Lawn dart or finesse, you choose. So let's see what these players choose. I think Silas is going to go the lawn dart route.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
You can hear how slippery and slick those tee pads are. Another factor these guys are dealing with, and pretty good shot.
Yeah. That had some really weird spin
Backspin
action.
or something, right? Got the sandwich out and put a lot of backspin, I guess.
That's the kind of stuff that you just don't think about from the tee box.
Mm-mm.
You just see the disc land down there.
Yeah.
Good shot there.
Third
from
good
Josh.
shot. See if JC can follow him up.
A little short.
Not the best ground play on that. Looks like the mud might have held him up. So he's got a deep look.
Gave it a bid.
Yeah. Just came up a little short on that one. We'll see if Joshua can knock it down.
There it is.
Good putt.
He got that fist pumping.
Yeah, he's feeling it.
Looking to have a big back 10. Got one more on the front, but he can definitely light it up. So
Yeah, anyone's ball game.
and Silas is starting to get his putter.
He's getting it going.
Yeah, he's making some noise. So
It's all about that momentum, baby.
problem is this guy continues to be inside of them on the green.
Yeah.
Which is
Hard to beat.
that's a big problem if you're trying to catch him.
Yeah, he's on fire. And fuego for Cam.
Yes. Season you.
JC puts it in for the 3. All the other players carding the 2 on the relatively shorter but still tricky hole number 8.
Right. Moving on to 9. 354 feet. This one sometimes can just make you a little frustrated. Throw a good shot, land it near the basket, roll down the hill. Nothing you can do about it sometimes, but nonetheless, know your distance, maybe find the right angle. But this is just put it as close to the pin and hope it sticks.
Right. And hole 9's coming in as the 3rd easiest hole on the course, so these players are definitely wanting to card the 2.
Yes. Which I think that actually makes it a little more frustrating when you do get that roll away,
Right.
because you're like, gosh, I've got to get this.
Right.
This looks pretty good.
Sit. All right. Little past the basket, but sat pin high really. So
Yeah, he'll be fairly level with it. So
yeah.
pretty good spot to be. Josh not quite getting up the hill, but it's gonna be a jumper you can run confidently.
Right. Oh, JC might have pulled this one a little right. See if we can get it to fade back left just enough. All right, so he's around there with Joshua. They might have a difficult, long uphill look, but like you said, no worries if blowing it past the basket. It should just sit. That was a good bid. Just a little left, but good bid.
JC just a little high on a few of these putts, which they all are elevated.
Wow.
He was not high on that.
Silas is really catching some heat right now.
Yeah, the last 3 holes, just heart of the chains.
Yeah. Cam's doing his thing. Just
Boy.
looking like he can't be stopped.
Moved to negative 33. Yeah, there you see it.
Wow.
And just like that, it's 8 strokes. But Silas, Ty
He's
and Josh.
playing hot. I mean, he's, still a match. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, so there you see through round 3, front 9. Cam just kind of
Heating it up.
yeah, just taking control of the tournament. Unfortunately for the other guys, you only got 10 holes left. But either way, so got some great disc golf coming. So thanks, Alec, for being on the mic.
Of course, and we'll see what happens on the final round back 9 coverage. Stay tuned.
Enjoy.
Enjoy.